Welcome back to Legendary Mole Games. I'm your host, Joe. And oh boy, do we have one heck of a crazy episode planned for today. First of all, let's go ahead and finally put to rest the Sanctuary quest. So, using the food that we got from Abernathy Farms, mainly the potatoes, since we already have melons growing, and gourds, just to expand our garden here a little bit, before we move on to the next big piece of business here. So, once we have them all put down, we can go ahead to one of our people, click on them, then click on the actual crops we want them to manage. Just go in the middle here so they'll get the ones around it. And you can do the same with the other, just to make sure, as you see up there now, food is now up to 7. It did not move until we actually assigned people to it. Sturgis.
Well, this place is starting to feel like home. Now that we can grow our own food, I think we can really make a go of this. Trouble is, the more we establish ourselves here, the more of a target we become. What we need is to get some defenses set up. Then maybe Preston will be able to relax a little bit.
I'm on it.
Thanks. It'll make everyone feel more secure here.
And of course, if you watch the live stream, we already have this complete.
We'll all sleep better at night knowing we have some defenses set up. It's been a long road. But yeah, I think this is it. Home. Feels good.
I was glad to help.
Well, I appreciate it. Of course, you know you're welcome anytime. My door's always open to you. Windows, too. Some of the walls, actually, come to think of it. I guess I better get back to it. Take care now.
And just like that, you can see the massive experience payout of these quests and why we want to prioritize doing them as quickly as we can. Now, if you saw the stream where I was setting up what little bit we do have in Sanctuary Hills, you'll see these two unique pieces. The weight bench you can use to give yourself, as you'll see in the top left corner, a strength boost. Always make sure to do these before you go on adventures, just to have those extra little buffs. And you can do likewise on the pommel horse. You can get a speed boost or agility. And just like that, we have basically our strength and agility stat up. Now let's go ahead and rest for the night. That way we also get the well-rested perk, which basically works the same way, I believe, as Skyrim. And just like that, let's go ahead and head on our way. There are going to be many, many crazy things we see as we go on this mission. And again, this is to get Mary's Locket back, the daughter that was taken out by the raiders at Abernathy Farm. Get ready for absolute shenanigans, because anytime we travel in the waste, you've got to be prepared for the unexpected. Just like a bunch of bloat flies attacking us right as we try to cross the river. And still, we have no ammo to do a dang thing about it, so you all get decked. Yes. Doom is not the only game we get to beat things to pieces with our fists. And just like that, let's move on. And now, as we head further up the hill here, we have something that doesn't look quite right. So, it looks like someone made a house, but that is definitely a raider, so great. Dogmeat, if you could take care of the attack dog, I'll take care of the one that's actually shooting at us. So, let's go ahead. Fists of Fury. Apparently, Dogmeat doesn't want the other dog either. Great. Someone will get it, I'm sure. Let's get you out of here. Thank you. And make sure you got it. He's got it. I don't even think he touched him. I think he just looked at him and he fell over. It was just that easy. And now, let's go ahead and take out the trash as we try to make sense of what in the world happened here. Raider, we'll take all that, thank you. As you can see, we actually arrived just a little bit late. This was just a normal wastelander going about their business, and they were just taken out by this raider. So, you can tell they were just taken out because there's still chemicals in the chem box. The person is also fully intact and hasn't been chopped into pieces yet, so we literally just missed it, which is really sad. But like I said, as you journey across the wasteland, you are going to see a ton of these random locations and encounters that are not major spots on the map. So always be ready for the unexpected when exploring, because Fallout 4 does an absolutely amazing job of always having something in your way to deal with. Either it's going to be random encounters like this mongrel that just kind of came out of nowhere. Dog meat, may want to turn around, buddy. I mean, literally, he came out of nowhere so much, even the computer didn't know it was happening. Alright, hey. We don't need that many of you guys. Thank you. And I think there's an alpha here, because Dog Meat does not seem to be having a good time over there. I believe we might have stumbled upon an alpha. No? Good. Alright. Let's keep it going then. I'm sure one comes along eventually, because I know on the way to 10 Pines, the settlement, you do get ambushed by an alpha, and that thing is absolutely ridiculous to deal with early level. So just like that, let's continue on our way. Like I said, Bethesda does such an amazing job of always having something happen as you're exploring from place to place. So it makes sense to fast travel, but you do lose a lot of these really neat encounters. Like right here's a scavenger that's just kind of in the middle of nowhere. He set him up a base camp here, and the problem is he is immediately hostile to you if you get too close to him. So the problem is there's no way we can ever be friends, so sorry, buddy. You shot first, technically, and we'll just take things from here. You know, I always hated that the scavengers attack you upon sight, because, honest to goodness, they're just trying to do what we're doing. It never feels right taking them out, but it also doesn't feel right having them shoot at you as you're trying to get from point A to point B. So, let's go ahead and take advantage of the stuff. And one neat thing he has here is, notice these bottles that are up on the pedestals. You can actually use them for target practice, just to get good with aiming your weapons, not using VATs. And it does work. You can literally shoot them right off the pedestals. But one thing about it is, I believe if you have all three of them in place and shoot all three of them off, you get like a mysterious temporary perk. But unfortunately, we grabbed one of them away already, so that's okay. Let's keep it moving. As you can see, we are actually circling the massive lake that is coming out of the bottom part of Sanctuary Hills. And just like that, let's go rock climbing, because we are not too far away from the USAF Satellite, and it is going to get absolutely dicey the closer we get. And as you can see, the Skyrim rock climbing absolutely works in Fallout 4. Just keep jumping at different angles, you'll eventually get up there. And over here, you can see another secret stash. This is why the map is good for major places you want to go to, but there are just so many little places that you can get neat items that are helpful to your journey. You really don't want to miss them. So, if you don't have to fast travel, it's better not to. That's honestly why survival mode disabled fast travel on you. Just to make you actually experience the ambushes and experience the random loot as well. As you can see here, we have a new location. This is the Robotics Disposal Ground. And as you can see here, that is one giant Sentry Bot. And there's a fusion core, which we can use for our power armor. But what's weird is that Sentry Bot looks like it's still active. We'll jump back here on the cars, and there's actually a hidden Fat Man right there. Now, if you don't know and you're not familiar with the series, the Fat Man, which is named after one of the atomic bombs, it is a mini-nuke launcher. So all the mini-nukes you collect, this is what fires them. It is literally one of the most overpowered weapons in the entire game. Don't worry, we're going to use it before this episode's over with.
Over here.
If the thumbnail didn't spoil anything.
Wait there.
So in here, there's a few important things we need. The first one is one of our magazines that we need, as well as important circuitry. And in the terminal, we can actually get ourselves a holotape. Don't play it, whatever you do, just eject it. We'll take it with us. We'll use it when it's more convenient. That time is not now when we have 10 ammo. As you can see, it appears right there. We can load it into the Pip-Boy, and it'll actually tell us right there. We can activate the Sentry Bot, and it tells us right there that they are not liable if you die by activating it. So it's a prototype. We probably don't want to do that yet. Moving on. On our way to the base, we are absolutely bamboozled by whatever's going on here. Let's just take the items. My gosh. Literally a bloody mess. As you see here, the lockpicking is the same as Skyrim. So, just go left to right and try your best guess. Novice, it has a very big window of success, so you usually don't have to go too far. Moving on. As we get closer, right underneath the satellite almost, we have another scavenger here. And unfortunately, this scavenger is not any more friendly. As you can see there, he is considered hostile. But what's weird is, as you can see here, we're detected, but he's not shooting at us. That's because we're not close enough yet. You get close to him, and there comes the gunfire. And just like that, we will not be fired upon. We have a bigger mission at stake right now. And just like that, this outpost is now ours. A very good little mini base to have, right at the base of the USAF satellite. Now, I have no idea what in the world went weird here with the stealing mechanics, but you definitely can't steal from someone who doesn't exist anymore. So don't feel bad about that one. Again, always make sure they fire at you first. You'll be safe every time. And now, we see one of the most rare sights in the wasteland. Always take advantage of seeing rad stags. Now, they will almost always run when you start shooting at them. And I say almost because there are a few varieties of them that will attack you. And that is, I believe, the legendary one and the rabid one. I believe the albino one will as well. But my gosh, whenever you get a chance to take these things out, take it. As you can see there, he literally is facing us like he wants to fight, but he'll still run away. They will only fight when they are absolutely backed into a corner, and they don't do much damage at all. As long as you're not dealing with a rabid one, an albino one, or a legendary one. And that meat is what we need, because the mistakes you can make from Radstag give you amazing abilities. Now, we are finally at the USAF Satellite. And just in time for the level up, as we go ahead and take out the float flies, and they are already throwing grenades at us. So much for sneaking in, guys. Let's go ahead, guns blazing, because this is very difficult. This is your first truly difficult dungeon. We cannot be reckless here. So immediately get away from the volley of grenades dropping down our heads. Let's sneak in here and hold position. This is crucial. We could go further in, but there's going to be an enemy that tries to sneak up behind us. He will follow us on in if he sees us. So just wait for him. He'll be coming. As we go ahead, take the few items here. And again, we are crouched. That's how you see caution. And you notice the bars are getting further apart, so they're about to not see us at all. Except, again, that guy pops up behind us. So he will be patrolling around any time now. Just be patient. Otherwise, you'll have him right behind you to deal with. And just like that, we are good to proceed, because the other enemies are all up on the staircase. So, take the goodies and let's go. Let's just close that behind us, just to make sure no one decides to come down. Now on the inside, this is where all heck breaks loose. Disarm the laser tripwire, right as Dogmeat walked in front of it. That could have been an explosive entrance. As we see here, this terminal has an advanced lock on it. So let's go ahead and take out the straggling raiders that are up here patrolling. By any means necessary. This area we have to take with extreme caution because the boss is absolutely no joke. So I'm going to go ahead and, as soon as we get this area safe, thank you, we'll take that. We want to hide in the closet just to make any changes to our inventory, changes to our weapons that we need to make before going forward. Again, just take out the enemies that are up here with us, because the boss and all of her cronies are all down below. Still looking good. Alright, let's go ahead and hobble over here. As you see, we're overweight, and we definitely can't have that. So, we'll take care of it here. Obviously, I'll just cut this part out. There you go. Dumping a bunch of stuff. I gave Dogmeat some items, and I ended up just keeping and favoriting the strongest weapons I have at the moment, which unfortunately is not that much to work with, because again, the fat man fires mini-nukes. You need to be very far away from that thing not to blow yourself up. Indoors, never gonna happen. So, let's go ahead and keep it moving. Bathroom is another good place to regroup. As we see, there's not too much interesting in here for us. Usually in the bathrooms there will be a medical kit, well, just like that, just to get usually stim packs and radaways, which is always good to have. And now that we've just about got this top area secure, let's get ready, because again, the boss down there is absolutely ruthless. She has a minigun. She does insane amounts of damage lightning quick. As you see here, again with the lock, just try at different angles, like 30 degree, 60 degree, 90 degree. On novice, you'll get it fairly quickly without too much trouble. And now we need to start making our way down. So, the best advice I can possibly give when dealing with the first boss here is take advantage of chems, because the amount of damage output she gives is just so immense. You need to be able to counter with an even stronger attack that can take her out ideally in 1 to 2 shots. So, I'm going to go ahead and skip through this part, and basically what I've done is I've hotkeyed the Jet and Psycho. Jet basically slows down time so that you can get more attacks in. Psycho like triples your attack damage. So let's go ahead. Psycho active, because we gotta take her out in 1 to 2 shots. There she is, there's the minigun. Get out of here. And now it's just a point of hitting them before we take too much damage. Because as you can see, she literally surrounds herself with these minions. And just like that, one more, and there's the grenades. That's what we wanted to avoid. As you can see, sometimes that fire can linger if there was oil around the area. So, now that everything's on fire, let's go ahead and take you out. And just like that, this area is looking good. As you can see, there's our quest objective. So Mary's Locket is right here in the toolbox. Let's go ahead and make sure we've got it. And just like that, when you go to take all, it will point it out. There it is. Now that we're down here, let's go ahead and pick our way in here. There is going to be something really unique about this room, other than the fact that we're going to get our first legendary enemy in here. Notice this glowing stuff on the floor. That is oil. Whatever you do when you see that, do not fire a gun. I believe energy is okay, but if it's anything but an energy weapon, don't fire. As you can see, there is a legendary Radroach in there. Legendary enemies just give you legendary weapons. It's basically just modded weapons. And sometimes it can be a named legendary weapon. So any chance you have to take out any kind of legendary enemy, absolutely take full advantage of it. There are some that are scattered in predetermined locations, like the legendary Radroach is always here, but they can also appear at other places in the wasteland as well. This is just a guarantee encounter with them. And just like that, let's go ahead clean this area out. We won't waste too much time here, because we have the important thing, we have the Locket. But as you can see here, this is basically where they dumped all their toxic garbage. Because there always has to be a toxic dump. And of course, that's also going to be where they keep their chems. So, back to our guy. And turns out he actually had jet on him. So, let's go ahead in here. And one thing you notice, the flashlight being green, you can actually change the flashlight color by going to Settings, Display, and changing your Pip-Boy color. Because your Pip-Boy is what uses the flashlight. So I always change it to white, because white just helps illuminate everything, and it looks much more natural, as you can see there. It makes everything shiny, and not a weird color. Before we leave, make sure to grab the fusion core out of the reactor. Usually when you find them, they'll be in one of those. And just like that, let's go ahead and head back up topside. Because we still have that terminal that would not let us gain access to the security door back here. As you can see there, it requires the terminal to open. Unfortunately, one of our magazines that we need is in there, so we're going to have the ability to hack this. So, let's go ahead and give ourselves the ability with the level up we have. As you can see here, it's Intelligence level 4 for hacking. And now that we have hacking up by 1, we can do advanced terminals. So same with lockpicking, it will go novice, advanced, expert, and then master. So that's the 4 different levels of it. As you can see here, always take advantage of our closed brackets and parentheses. That way we knock out dummy words, that way we reset trials. Just makes it so much easier, especially with the more complicated hackings that you have to do. As you see here, we're making most of the words disappear. So, just like that, you can just kind of spin it around down here until it grabs one of them. Like that. Dud removed. So now let's go ahead and try it. We don't have too many words left. Slaves, and it says one likeness. So spell it out. S-L-A-V-E. The E's common between them. That's the word. And now let's open the intel room. And this, like I said, is crucial, mainly because we need the magazine for our 100% completion. And not just that, this is where we get the mini-nuke to finally use the Fat Man. So, tiptoe through tulips. That makes you harder to detect when sneaking, which is something I wish we had coming here. But don't worry, this room is well worth the level up that we used, because we get immeasurable amounts of goodies here, circuitry components, things for our settlement, the magazine, the mini-nuke, which is actually very rare. I was thinking of doing a mini-nuke counter, but that would be a bit overkill. And now, just keep going. Look at all this stuff. 308 rounds, shotgun shells. I mean, it basically gives us invaluable ammo and weapons for this stage of the game. So, now that we have all that taken care of, let's continue. Just keep pilfering everything in this room, and we will be out of here shortly. Because, unfortunately, we still have those raiders that are up on the platform above us that we need to deal with. And again, with the lockpick, try there, 30, 60, 90. And we finally broke one. Let's go over here, there, we're close, back it off a little, and there we go.
That's it.
And just like you can see here, the loot is randomized, but as you can see, it's going to be something that's very valuable. So let's make sure to take that. And this area, I believe, is good. So let's go ahead and head back topside. Now we've got to deal with the nonsense. So, all those people that have been lobbing grenades at us, it's time to finally take them out. Get ready. We're going to have to be sneaky and then quick and efficient. So just kind of sneak around here. We are putting that perk magazine into immediate effect. As you can tell, it's definitely helped us sneak around easier. But we still have something to deal with up here. So let's go ahead and take what we can from all the ones that have fallen already. From when we were down below. And get ready. We just need to just run. Just run. Right there he is. Attack dog out. Sorry, buddy. You didn't see it coming. That was probably for the best. We literally hit him so hard he flew into the box. I mean, what are you gonna do? Just like that, this area is finally secure. Because as you can see, the hidden arrow's not really doing much. There might be a bloat fly or something just outside the gate. This area is clear, so let's go ahead and head back. We have a Sentry Bot to blow up. And it is going to be the hardest fight we have ever engaged in so far. So, now that we're back to Robotics Disposal, let's put the Fat Man to the test.
Over here.
So, we've got the mini-nuke loaded. And you are going to see, even with a critical hit, just how overpowered the Sentry Bots are in this game. Let's go ahead and pull up that holotape. And against our better judgment, let's go ahead and activate it. Because if it's not activated, you're just going to be wasting the nuke. So here goes. Let's check on it in VATS. I do not like those percentages, but this is about the kind of distance you need to stay away. Now press X to hit the critical hit. And let's watch it. Boom! Literally only did half of its health. These things are armored to the max. You definitely want to fight robots of all types with energy weapons because you can see just how much absurd damage protection they have. If we're using the pipe pistol, we're literally getting nowhere. So let's go ahead and use our legendary weapon. And you're going to see that even this legendary weapon can't do squat against this thing. Sentry Bots are one of those enemies kind of like Deathclaws. Kind of like the Rad Scorpions. They're something you just want to avoid at all costs. Yes, they give good drops if you can take them out, but my gosh, taking them out is literally a battle and a half. As you can see here, just using all this rubble to block its attack, it is literally not stopping with that chain gun. It can just continuously go with that thing. It is absurd how fast this thing can absolutely annihilate you. As you can see, a legendary weapon that it's weak to, constantly hitting it with a full charge, and it is barely doing squat to this thing. So again, if you see any Sentry Bots out in the wild, avoid them like the plague until you get very, very good energy weapons. And I mean, you have those things modified a little bit. I mean, this is literally a legendary weapon we just grabbed. We haven't even buffed it in any way yet. And it definitely shows because, my gosh, we are getting ourselves crippled. As you can see, that is one thing that can happen in Fallout 4. Your arms can get crippled, which affects how steady you're able to hold weapons. Your legs can get crippled, which slows down your moving speed. And your head can get crippled, which will actually make you see blurry periodically as you walk around. So you can fix individual limbs just by using a stim pack, or you can rest in a bed somewhere, and when you wake up, your limbs will be healed. I mean, we are literally using up everything to take this thing out. And unfortunately, one bad truth about these Sentry Bots is when they get ready to go out, they explode like a supernova. So make sure you're nowhere near them when you deal that final blow, because look at this. Boom! They literally go off like a nuke themselves. So the last thing you want to do is take those things out with a melee weapon. Or you can kind of see what your fate would be. Now, thank goodness he is out of the way. Let's get the loot. He literally has multiple fusion cores, which is perfect. I mean, that's two different full uses of our power armor. And just like that, let's head back. Now, one thing that is crucial that we do, now that we're back to Sanctuary Hills with all the junk put away, is the strongest weapon we have, this hunting rifle. We want to immediately turn it into a sniper rifle. You will see soon enough just why we want to do that, because a sniper rifle early in the game is one of the most overpowered things you can do for yourself. So it will become a sniper rifle as soon as you give it the long barrel. As you saw, the name switched up top. It's now called a sniper rifle. And medium scope is really good. Long range, you don't really need as much as medium. Medium's much more versatile, especially getting a night vision medium on it is literally one of the best setups you can have. And now, for the whole point of everything we've been doing now, let's go back to Abernathy Farms. Let's finally deliver the good news back to Blake. Hey, buddy!
I've got that locket back for you.
You serious? That's great news. Connie's gonna be speechless. I'm sure she'll go lean on the prices after what you've done. And feel free to use our workshop.
The experience was literally enough to level us up again, but this is not all we want to do while we're here on Abernathy Farms. Now we can claim the workshop, so as you can see now, when we talk to people, the people are now our townspeople that we can assign. So we don't have to go through all the dialogue stuff with Lucy anymore. Also, we have Jean.
Dog. But he looks lonely. Don't you think he could use a playmate?
Why are you selling her?
Oh, I don't want to. But I love dogs, and I gotta make a living somehow. So I raise them and sell them. I'm always blue for weeks after I sell one. But then I get myself a new puppy and start all over again.
I'll have to think about it.
Oh, that's fine. I sell dogs for a living, but I always hate to actually have to sell them. I will, though, if you change your mind.
Gene is a bit of a sad case for me. He is basically a foster parent. He takes in these dogs and raises them in the wild to sell them to good owners. And I always feel bad taking them because you can always tell he doesn't want to sell them, but at the same time he wants them to have a good home. It's a very emotionally gray area that I love that Bethesda put in the game. So we will absolutely buy his dog, but not necessarily use them just yet. Instead, I think we're going to use this dog for Abernathy Farms to protect it, since they definitely need much more protection than what they've had currently.
Hey there.
Hey there. Nice dog. But he looks lonely. Don't you think he could use a playmate?
You've got a deal.
Oh, yeah. You sure? I mean, she's a great dog. Don't get me wrong. I just don't want to sell her to anyone who isn't going to take good care of her.
I'll take good care of her. Don't worry.
Yeah, okay. You look like you won't eat her or anything. So, you really want to buy her?
Yes, I really want to buy your dog.
Okay. But you have someplace for her to live, right? I guess that'll have to be okay. Okay, girl. This is your, new owner. He's gonna give you a new home. Go on now. You be a good girl. Bye-bye. I gotta go. You take care of her, all right?
It's always a touching and emotional moment. You know, it's gotta be hard for foster parents. As you can see there's nothing nefarious. He has our money. He hasn't, like, thrown it away to someone else. And as you can see in here, things are no longer considered stealing, because now this is our settlement.
Blake told me what you did for us. For Mary. I know it's not much, but any trading you want to do, I'll go easy on the price. Let me know if there's anything you want to take a look at.
How are you holding up?
Thanks to you. Better. Mary was a good kid. She had fire in her. I can't tell you how many arguments we had. That girl hated rules, and believe me, I had plenty.
You did your best.
Did I? What's the best you can do in a world like this? We knew the risks of having kids these days, and we took them, but it was worth it. I won't argue that. Anyway, enough. I'm sure you got plenty of your own thoughts to deal with rather than listen to mine. But like I said, if you need something, just let me know. It's not every day a stranger comes along and helps us out the way you did.
Yeah, all right.
Now basically, because of her good prices, I've gone ahead and got a few shipments of things. We'll see in a minute. Now, here's what we've heard about in the back of the farm. On the edge of the property, as you can see here, is the plot that we were hearing about for Mary, that we just got the locket back for. So again, this is Lucy's sister, Mary Abernathy, and in her honor, we will go ahead and throw something down. Unfortunately, I dropped off pretty much all of our junk coming here. I think I got something we can throw. Test tube. There we go. So you can drop it with a box, and again, you can pick items up and move them. That's also a different way that you can decorate your farm without adding to the build limit. So, just like that, let's head back to Sanctuary, and finally, as you can see, when we head into a workshop, we got ourselves 2 different shipments, and that's going to be fertilizer and leather. Now that she gave us a good deal, 2 that are very good to have. And with that said, I think that will be a perfect stopping point for this episode. My gosh. Literally taking out our first Raider stronghold, getting Locket back, and finally getting Abernathy Farms as a settlement. This has been one heck of an adventure, and it is only just beginning, because we've got 10 Pines Bluff up next, and that's going to require us to go to the Corvega assembly plant, and that makes this look small in comparison. One thing's for sure, we finally got some good weapons to use going forward, and I cannot wait for our next adventure. So, if you've not already, please check out the Fallout 4 playlist. Make sure to like, share, comment, subscribe so more people can see our videos, and we will see you back next time. Take care, everyone.